What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of Culture Chronicles. I am still your host, Swedi Dlamini, also known as the Phone Doctor. So today we're back. Unfortunately, I am not with my co-host. I apologize for that, and I'll make it up to you guys for that. It's just me, so I'm gonna be yapping and yapping and yapping alone today. Yeah, that's what's up. First things first, guys, I want to say thank you so much to everybody that's been watching our first episode. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for showing us some love. We really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I want us to get down to business, strictly down to business. You guys made use of the anonymous link. And I appreciate that because, I mean, I didn't really think you guys would take it so seriously, but you guys really made use of it and you guys wrote into us, which I truly appreciate. And I want us to read what you guys said to us. Yay! There's some pretty deep stuff there. But yeah, man, it's very interesting. I think it's going to be very interesting. The first one being, is it important to set boundaries in a relationship? What do I think? I think it's important. I think it's very important for us to set boundaries in a relationship because that's the only way you can be able to tell if the relationship is healthy or not. And also, boundaries get to determine whether, the relationship is still a good one or not a good one. If everything is still going well or not. So, yeah. And also, I mean, when you have boundaries, Gucci, this is what you can go about and not say. This is what, you have limits, man. It's okay. Baby. Once I do this, baby doesn't like it. Because also, if you have no boundaries, you just be... You know what mahlanyeni means? Guys, without any. So I think boundaries definitely need to be there in a relationship. What do you guys think? Do you think boundaries should be there?
Yeah, I also think boundaries should be set between so that the next person can always understand what's expected by the other person there.
Yeah. Like that way you're able to know, okay, you know what? This is, my baby likes this, my baby does not like this. And it shies away from the fact that you find yourself in a relationship in Kanda seni my feelings, So Guze, it doesn't get to the point of you hurting your baby's feelings or you now having to put your baby in a very compromising situation. Let there be boundaries. With a baby, you don't do this around me. Like for me, I think with me, I'd have to say my boundaries are with the guy. When I'm in a relationship with the guy, I don't expect my guy to be friends with every girl, Like, there are certain girls you can be friends with and it's understandable, it's okay, yeah. But how are you friends with Utando? Like, ufika njani ekubeni friends with Tando? Like, how are you friends with Tando? What is the link between you and Tando? Because, I mean, Utando is... Say, for instance, Utando is... I'd say maybe... Probably sells... Yeah, like a prostitute. How are you friends with a prostitute? And Kulman and a prostitute. Like, what conversations are you having with the prostitutes? You understand? So, definitely boundaries have to be there just for the relationship to be healthy. Do you have anything to say?
You were talking about boundaries between like the friendship when it comes to guys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
Do you necessarily believe in friendship between guys and girls?
Of course. Also, like friendship between guys and girls.
Platonic.
Definitely. Like most of my friends are guys. I have less girlfriends and I have more guy friends. So yeah, I do. And also another thing, with girls, I don't know if girls know it, but with girls, having a friendship with girls is so hard because it's hardly genuine. It's in rare cases where it's genuine. Most girls, we are friends, but we're in competition. You understand? Like, girls are going to be your friend, but they're in competition. You know that saying where they say they want you to do great, but they don't want you to do better than them? That's girls. Whereas with guys, when you have a girl-guy friendship, it's I don't know how to describe it, man, but it's great vibes. There's less hate. There's no hate at all. With girls and girls... looking all cute and my friend just feels like, yeah, today the guys are going to be looking at you. Yeah, no, you don't look nice. Go change into something else. So, yeah, definitely.
So, my take on boundaries is I think a relationship should have boundaries because they sort of like guidelines that can keep you in a straight line, and then you get to the destination proper. You get me? So without boundaries, I feel like things are not in order. So you can do whatever you want to do, and then you're not respecting the person that you're sharing your life or building your life with. So yeah, I think we do need boundaries in a relationship.
True.
Yep.
It's like a house. My mom usually says every house has rules. So I think a relationship is also literally the same thing, where there's rules as well in a relationship. You know, there must be boundaries. If there's no boundaries, samahlanye. Do you have anything to say? No? You don't want to say anything? Okay. Second one. Guys, you guys are really writing to us, man, and I really appreciate it. This is great. This is great. Second one. Would you rather trade some intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence? Me, I would definitely trade looks for intelligence. I'd rather be intelligent than be ugly. I mean, I'd rather be intelligent than to be pretty and dumb cop, you know. Like beauty with no brains. No, I'd rather be ugly with brains. Definitely intelligence over looks. Definitely. I mean, who's gonna hire you with your looks? When you go apply for a job, they don't be like, oh, okay, you cute, cool, take. Unless you're going to work as a club host, yes. You don't need brains there, they'll obviously take you. But if you're going for a job interview that needs brains, they don't be looking at the picture, oh my God, you're hot, oh my God, you're an influencer, tick, you got the job. No, they need your brain, you know. And life on its own just needs brains. For you to be able to go through life, you need to be intelligent. So if you're not intelligent, you're gonna find life really difficult, and yeah. So I definitely go for intelligent over looks. You?
Okay, so you see nowadays there is like such thing called pretty privilege.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter whether you're smart or you're dumb. Like somebody can just look at you and be like, oh, like even like if you're working in a job, like once they seen how like you present yourself, it doesn't matter like what you say in there or something like that, they will just do high. Do you think it's fair? Like, or
it's not fair. But I think pretty privilege is a thing that's literally going to be there. It's going to be there. Especially now, I'm gonna make an example with the influencer circle, influencers, DJs. Yeah, DJs, perfect examples. You know, as a DJ now people just hop into DJ not because they like it or they know how to DJ or what. They just hop into it. And the people that get booked the most are the ones that are pretty and out there, you know, compared to the people that can actually play. So pretty privilege is a thing, but I feel like it's like a thing, it's like short term, you know? It goes on. At some point, it's going to die out. Because at some point, we're eventually not going to care about looks. It's going to be about the brain. I saw a quote that said, at some point, looks won't mean anything. It's going to be about who has the greatest mind, which is pretty true. Like we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting to the point where it's like, okay, cool, you're pretty, so what's up? What's the story? You know? So definitely intelligence overlooks for me.
Me, what I would say is until we get to that point of saying, yeah, you are pretty, so what else? I think I'll go for looks over intelligence.
Are you serious? You'd go for looks over intelligence?
Yeah.
Why would you go for looks over intelligence, man?
There are so many people out here making so much money just because of the way they look.
Okay, that's true.
There are so many people with PhDs. We come from Africa, bro. We have seen people with PhDs, people with so many qualifications just sitting around, like, and then you see someone, oh, this person is pretty. They closing deals with Avon, they're closing deals with this and that. Can you be on OnlyFans if you're ugly? Do you think you're gonna sell?
You can't compare that to only. Like,
No. Papa, wait. They're still making a living out of it, innit?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But at what price?
Do you consider them smart?
At what price?
Man, we're living in a golden era right now. Like, people don't really care like what's happening. You get me?
I don't wanna lie. This era is the I don't care kind of era.
Yeah. So me, in this era, I would rather choose being pretty than intelligence. Because if I can use my prettiness in a way that's gonna put food on my table, then fuck it.
Okay, you a hot boy. What has your pretty face done for you?
Man, I got a beautiful girlfriend, bro. If I was ugly, I was gonna pull up in Dogonya too. You get me?
Well, okay.
Yeah,
makes sense. But I mean, I don't know, man. I would definitely choose intelligence over looks. Definitely intelligence over looks for me.
I personally think intelligence is long lasting, and then looks are just temporary.
Yeah.
Like you can only cover up so much before, they truly get who you are. So I just personally think, just having half and half would be way, way better. Like, you see. So,
Yeah, at least have half, at least. Because what happens, Pume Vela, we come out of Vela, you trip, you fall, maybe your teeth come out, or you get into a fight. When you get into a fight, Bayagli Mata, Ipsweni, now your face is fucked up. And Avon is like, nah, we can't work with that face. What then? You don't have the brain, so now that means your life is done.
like, even though, like, you look at the social media side of it, yes, of course, you get those beautiful people online and all that stuff. But then there are the brains, people behind the scenes who work on promoting that person. Like, you can be beautiful, but if you don't have someone guiding you and, like, guiding you, that one person who is intelligent,
Yeah.
feeding you what you need to be that successful. Like, you get, there's a lot of beautiful people out there who still don't have as much money, as
Yeah,
enough followings and all that stuff. So it means nothing. Beauty means nothing without intelligence, regardless of where it's coming from. Let's say from someone else or from you yourself. So,
Yeah.
without it,
True, and sometimes, and with him, you know how they say ubuhle bendoda inkomo zakhe. Same thing with girls. Like, I think with girls, it's a girl's beauty is how intelligent a girl is, how the mind, how the girl thinks. The mind of a girl determines how beautiful the girl is. Just like how they say, money determines how handsome or good looking a guy is. Same thing with girls. It has to be ilokuz, ingqondo yakhe, brains yakhe.
yeah, on that point again, like, we live in a fast-paced society these days. We live off first impressions.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you might meet someone, first person, and say, no, this person's not like this not like this. And then when you get to know them, when you get to actually peel off all those layers and look beyond the looks and everything, that's where the real beauty lies, as you said.
Yeah.
You see, so I just feel like, being smart, like, it's not like being smart, it's being human. Everyone's smart in their own way. It's not about beauty. You see, it's just expressing. Like, I feel like we're different. All of us are different. We have a gift that we have to share to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then,
So
it's more than looks anyway.
a question. So if say for instance, this question is directed to all of the guys. So if there's like a girl who's a 10 out of 10, okay, 10 out of 10, and you're like, oh, this girl is so hot, You're like, okay, cool, let's go out on a road trip, just the both of us, just to get to know each other. You get into the car, obviously, the whole point of the trip is to get to know each other, right? And then while you're in the car, you're having conversations, and you realize, don't go blindole. What then? Do you still like, okay, cool, I'm gonna date this person, marry this person? Or now it's the thing of, let me just smash and go. What do you do? Is it like, okay, I'm gonna make this person my wife? Even after you've had the conversation and you realize that this person, zero intelligence, zero brain. Do you say, cool, I love this person, she's hot, I'm gonna make her my wife? Or it's a matter of, she's hot, I just wanna tap and go because there's no brain. What then?
I personally feel like if we're not vibing, then, we're just not going to work. Like, it's more than just the looks and what everyone thinks. This is the rest of your life, you see. You're trying to find someone who you relate to, who you can confide in, who you can laugh with.
Yeah,
like this,
true.
It's like a big decision. You just can't base it off looks, you see. That's the problem. And then I do understand that people like that. I was listening to a certain podcast the other day where
Yeah.
it's a divorce thing as well. A divorce lawyer was talking about people marrying people for looks, and then this guy would actually, in the prenup of the whole thing, like if she gains, like if the woman gains like 10 kgs, she loses certain money, certain amounts. Like it's in the contract. She loses
Like it's a
certain
contract that they
amount.
signed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every time she gains weight, because
Minus.
you know that they're married, she was married to this guy because this guy liked the way she looked, and he wants her to always stay the same.
Stay the same.
Exactly. So it's sort of like a contract, but then yeah.
I like
You
that
know?
idea though. I like that idea. Like, you know, when you sign a prenup, you should have these kind of things where it's like, once you start doing these kind of things, it's a divorce, or, okay, not a divorce, maybe like minus money from, you know, our relationship and stuff like that. Because you know how girls, not even girls, people, even guys as well, once you get into marriage, you become so comfortable. It's okay, yeah, some pagati inside. And then you just relax. You know, you stop being the person that you were. It's not even in marriage. It's happened even in relationships. Like once you start dating, like I know every guy that I've ever dated, once they start dating me, everything changes from when they were asking me out. When they were asking me out, they were calling me like 10 times a day. Now it's just like twice a day, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's like, yeah, I think I'm totally, so what then? You're in a relationship. Let me ask you, has anything changed after, you know, from when you guys were dating and after you guys dated? You know, like, is there, like, I mean, from when he was asking you out and when you guys started dating, has it changed or it's still the same? He's been consistent, like he still calls you like he did before he was asking you out, or now it's aksafani, like it's not the same anymore?
I mean, I would say this year, like, not all relationships are like perfect.
True.
I mean, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, but like I would say nothing really changed. We still talk the same way like we met for the first day, like every minute, like you call me,
Yeah.
"Oh, I just want to check up on you," when he's awake, and be like, "Oh, hi, how are you? I just want to check up on you." Like nothing really changed. It also depends on the person you're dating.
The person
And
you're
also
dating, true.
the things like you guys prioritize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also sometimes you have to be at the same spot. Like I'm very vocal. If I'm mad, I'm mad. Like about something.
Yeah, you won't hide it.
I don't even hide it.
Yeah.
Like I'll literally tell you that, oh, you did this and that, and I'm not really like in a good space with you and all of that. And we also like, we have this thing like every Fridays, yeah. It's like a therapy for us. Like we talked about the things that we have done during the week, like the good things, the bad things. What do we want to change?
Oh my god, you guys do that?
Yeah.
I am stealing that. When I get a boyfriend, baby, if you're watching, I hope you heard that. We need to do something like that. It's like Fridays, we're recapping on what we did the whole weekend. I mean, the whole week, and yeah.
Yeah,
love
and I feel
that.
like those things kind of like help to shape our relationship as well.
Yeah.
Because we kind of know where the other person is at, like when it comes to their like mental space and all of that. And I also always like try like to give him space, like, oh, like you can hang around, like
Your friends,
you can be with
do
your guys
thing,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. Like I don't have to be there every 24/7 and stuff like that. When he's working, I know that, oh, he's working, like I have to give him space and all of that. But that also comes with like, if you really trust the person and what they
Yeah,
give
you
to
really trust your partner, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes, okay, let's say, oh, he's gonna tell me that, oh, I'm going somewhere, I won't be available at this time and all of that. So I'll be like, oh, that's fine. If he tells me, I don't have to go on the social media and find out that, oh, he's doing this or that. But that kind of
Whoa, man, like, I love your relationship. It's giving goals. I can't even lie. It's giving goals.
Yeah.
You seem like a very intelligent girlfriend. That's the word. Intelligent girlfriend. Okay. Another question that we have. Oh my god. Okay. Let's say you are dating someone and you find out that your man has another girlfriend and you're not even the main chick but a side, and you find out through socials. How will you confront the situation? Would you talk to the girl first, woman to woman, or would you confront your boyfriend? Personally, me, I would never ever have a woman to woman regarding a boy. Never. Never. Even if we're married, I'm not sitting down any girl and I'm like, yo, please, this is my husband. What are you doing? Never. I'd never do that. Like even if you're like my closest friend, like my best friend, I find out that you're doing stuff with my boyfriend, I am not going to come to you and start asking you. I will just simply, like, if you're close to me like that, I'll simply just remove myself from you and that's it. I'm not asking you anything though, because why should I? I feel like the person that needs to be held accountable is the guy. It is definitely the guy. So I would talk to my guy. I would confront my guy and talk to my guy. Funny enough, this situation, I was kind of in the same situation. So story time. Story time. So I was kind of in the same situation where I got into a relationship with the guy when I got to Ireland. You know, I just arrived. Life is good. I met this guy. And so how I met this guy was, I knew this guy's friends, right? And I met this guy through his friends. When I met this guy through his friends, cool. Like, one of his friends was actually asking me out, but then I didn't like the friend. And then this guy started asking me out, and I liked the guy. The guy comes over to my place, you know, we chill. We didn't even do anything. He literally just came to visit me. We chilled in the house. We were drinking. I ordered food. He came with drinks. You know, it was a good vibes. We were having good conversations. And then the minute this guy was about to leave, so I walked him to the car. When he gets to the car, he was trying to put up, what do you call this? Google Maps. Yeah, he was trying to put up Google Maps. And then accidentally went to call logs. When he gets to call logs, I see wife. I'm like, huh? Wife? So obviously I'm going to ask him, like, and then he's like, no, it's my best friend. We call each other wife. You know, we just call each other wifey and stuff like that. Deep down, I knew that's cap. Like, I knew that was a lie. But I'm like, you know what? Let me not be that person. Let me just give this guy a benefit of a doubt. But I 100% knew it was a lie. Cool. We continue with this guy. You know, life is good. And then one of his friend comes at me and tells me that, you're dating this guy. Hey, do you know that this guy has a whole baby mama? Like, life is good. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, it's got a whole baby mama. And I was shattered. I can't even lie. But I was never, and funny enough, I knew the baby mama. But I never for a day felt like, let me go to the baby mama. So I was a side chick. Yeah, that was my position. I was a side chick. But I never, like, felt like, okay, I didn't know I was a side chick. Let me just put that out there. I had no idea I was a side chick. But also, I didn't feel like, yeah, now let me approach the girl and tell the girl, look, yeah, your baby daddy, your boyfriend / baby daddy is doing stuff with me or stuff like that. No, I was like, you know what? The only person I can talk to about this is the guy himself. And when I approached this guy, yeah, this guy was so cheeky, you know, lied. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm out. Would you, as the guys, you're the guys, right? Do you think it should be, like, if you cheat, would you appreciate it if your girlfriend, like, you cheat? Would you appreciate if your girlfriend talks to you or, like, has a conversation with the girl that you're cheating with or comes talk to you directly?
Eesh, that one is a hard question to answer because I don't really relate to cheating.
Oh yeah, you don't cheat?
Yeah, no, it's like.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Not yet.
So we can date. Like, I also don't have. Don't have a boyfriend. We could date.
It's one of those deep things to me. Like,
yeah.
I can't handle someone like cheating on me.
Oh yeah.
Because with me, it's genuine. When we build a relationship,
Yeah.
it's like it has to be genuine. So
Genuine.
here's the advice to whoever, like, the dilemma. So if someone is cheating on you, leave.
Leave. Don't stay.
You'll say they're going to change, but trust me, most probably like 99% of the time, they won't. Just leave. You have better options out there. Or maybe just stay alone for a while. You'll find someone.
True.
It's okay to be like on your own for some time. Build yourself until you get the one. People that love you don't cheat on you.
Have they ever cheated on you before?
Yeah, they have.
Like how many girls have cheated on you?
I would say serious relationships. Just one that I can really, really remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was.
And you just
painful.
broke up. You broke up with the girl after that.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's Yeah.
That's like your
Non-stop.
breaking point.
It's my breaking point.
Once you cheat,
if
you're out.
Yeah, if you fall out of love, tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. Like if I feel like, you know, once the love is not there anymore, don't try so much, man. Just leave me alone. You know, at least I should be heard, cool, but I'm gonna get over it and be okay after some time. So yeah, I get what you say. Does anyone want to answer that? Nope. Okay, let's move on. Guys, there's so many, I don't even know where to. Okay, I watched the first episode and heard you saying indawo zami. So my question is, what were you doing there? What was I doing there, man? Okay, I was just passing, to be honest. I was just passing. I was I was passing, guys. I was passing. Let's not dwell on that. Moving on to the
We want to know.
Okay. Now I'm on the spotlight. People are gonna start assuming things. Like sometimes when I feel so happy, I smoke, guys. I smoke weed when I feel happy sometimes. So that day I was going to buy my stuff, like my stuff. Otherwise, yeah, that's it. Just when I feel happy, I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe it's a good day just to try some Jamaican shit. So I was going to get that, and I saw this couple, and yeah, but it's just that it ends at that, guys. It really ends at that. Moving on. Me and my boyfriend have been dating for 5 years. Wow, that's a long time. I would never get there. And he never brought up any conversation about us getting married. And every time when I try to bring a conversation of us getting married, he always changes his mood and asks me, why am I in a hurry for us to get married? But we've been in a relationship for a longer period of time. Do you think it's the best idea to initiate an idea of us breaking up instead of keeping my hopes high, thinking that maybe one day we will get married? It's not like he's not financially struggling. If he wants to marry me, he can afford to. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, one thing I always say to girls is that if a guy wants to, he will. If a guy wants to, he definitely will. But also, with this, I kind of understand, like, with some guys have goals of how they want their marriage to be. I, for one, would not want to get into a marriage while I still can't financially support myself. When you get to a marriage, you need to be able to support yourself. As a guy, the guy needs to be able to support himself and also be able to support you too. And now when you get married, it's whole different because now you're going to stay together. It's different than when you guys were dating and you're staying there and you're staying there. Now you stay together. And in most cases, the guy usually pays the bill. So with the guy, financially the guy has to be ready. Just because your guy takes you out, buys you stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean financially he's at a good position. He's got to be financially ready. He's got to be mentally ready as well, emotionally ready as well. So you don't find yourself in a situation where now your guy is cheating on you just because decided to rush into getting married to you. And then I feel like marriage, man, for me, to be quite honest, I don't mind dating someone for 10, 15 years and then getting married after 15 years. I really don't mind that. I really don't mind dating for 10 years and then getting married after. As long as we have goals. Let's sort out our goals first. Let's travel the world. Let's make money. Let's make so much memories. Let's do so much before we get to marriage. Because the minute you get married, you suddenly, there's like something you adapt to. Suddenly life becomes, stay in the house, do this, do that. It becomes a bit boring, to be honest. So let's live life, travel the world, do whatever we want to do before we get married. And then when we get married, then we can get married. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Do you think... Okay, I have a question for you here.
Okay.
Just one question. Do you think marriage is just a social status?
To me, yeah, kind of. Yes, I think so. Because you know what, man? Like, I see no difference in marriage than in dating. And my thing is, some people say, I'm going to do this when I'm married. We're going to do this, like, when you're married, you behave like this. What's so different? Why can't you behave like that when you're in a relationship? So I feel like it's pretty much much the same. Like the only difference now is just that now you're Mrs. Banbanyana, Mrs. Shongwe, Mrs. Kumalo, Mrs. Gunene, you know, but it still hasn't changed. There's nothing much that has changed. You guys are still going to, I don't know, but for me, nothing really changes. I feel like it's just the title. Besides that, what else could possibly change? Obviously now, social deal, yeah. So, Cindy's settle it down. So, I don't know, man. I don't think there's anything that necessarily has to change or anything that changes besides the title, to be quite honest.
Okay, because I just wanted to know, because I was doing on another podcast as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you love podcasts as well,
I do actually. So, this guy is talking about how marriage is something that was forced on, society from a very, very long back from see, but then it has lost its meaning over time as well, because it's something that if you've dated for long enough or you lived long enough, like together and all that, like it should be something that's there and there. And then he talks about it being sort of like a constraining thing, not in a freedom type of way, but then like in a social type of way.
Yeah, now like I feel like it ties you down, it's like a chain now.
He talks about it being a way for it's a government in force. You see.
Yeah.
But then, like he says, you don't necessarily need that title to say, okay, I'm married, to be married to someone. You can actually live with someone and just be spiritually married to them without officially being married to them.
Being married to them. Yeah.
I don't know what the others think about this, but
okay. Another question that I have here is, yesterday I was with my gay friend and we were drunk. I don't know how I ended up fucking him. It's really awkward now because I know I'm not gay, but he thinks I'm into him. I still wanted to be friends. How do I let him know it was a mistake? Oh my god, guys. First things first, can I just put this? You would not have sex with another guy, if you're not gay. Okay? You're a guy and you have sex with another guy. That just means you're gay. It's not a mistake. It's definitely not a mistake. Because, I mean, the minute you're penetrating and doing all of that, you're drunk, but you're still not feeling some type of way. It's definitely not a mistake. I think you're gay, but you are just in the closet, or you're a bit delusional. Like you don't want to accept that you're gay. And there's honestly nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay. But what I think is you are definitely gay. You don't want to come out. Like, or you haven't, I don't know, you don't want to come out, you haven't really realized it yet, but you're definitely gay. The fact that you slept with another guy, had sex with another guy, you're definitely gay. And you can't use I was drunk as an excuse, because, I mean, the minute you have sex, no matter how drunk you are, like, something in your brain just wakes up, So you're definitely gay. You don't know about it, or you're delusional. You want to have something to say?
He knows, but he's in denial.
Yeah, true. You're in denial, because there's no way you could fuck a guy as another guy and then be like, oh, there's a mistake. I still want us to be friends. How are you guys going to look at each other? Like,
I mean, he was drunk, but how did you remember that he had sex with a feral guy?
You feel me? And the fact that, I mean, having sex, man, like, if you're straight and you have sex with a guy, obviously at some point there must be something that just wakes up in you that's like, oh my god, another guy, what's going on? So yeah, but we love gays here. We love gays here so much. We love them so much. Okay, moving on. guys, there's so many of these questions and I'm really loving them because I think they're also kind of testing me in a way, checking me also in a way. I went out on a date with this other guy. We had a good time and we went to this other fancy restaurant. When it was time to pay for the bill, he insisted on us splitting the bill and that was our first date since we started talking. Do you think I should give the guy a chance because he's a great guy, but I just don't like the idea of splitting the bill with him because he was the one who insisted on us going on a date. What do you think about 50-50 and men asking women what they bring to the table? Okay, first things first. This guy invited you on a date and expects you to go 50-50. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. You can't invite me on a date and then expect me to go 50-50. Like, it would be understandable if it was initiated by the both of us. Like, okay, I was like, yo, let's meet up. And you said, oh, let's meet up. And then... cool, we both wanted to meet up. Like, we both said, okay, let's meet up. Lapo, okay, cool. When we get there, we could split the bill. It's not a problem. But you called me or texted me and you're like, can I take you out on a date? Can we go out on a date? And then we get there and you say 50-50. No, that's wrong. Like, that is totally wrong. But in the sense of, it's like, I want us to chill. Definitely. Maragutu, you picked up the phone and you're like, girl, come. No, that's wrong. You can't do that. But then, I don't think that should be a determining factor of whether you date the guy or not. Like, it's just splitting a bill. It's nothing much. I don't think that should determine whether you should be with this guy or not. I say, I don't know, continue getting to know this guy first, you know? And then if there's like a whole lot of red flags that you pick up, then yeah, you can walk away. But this shouldn't be a determining factor of whether you are going to be with the guy or you're not going to be with the guy. No, it shouldn't. What do you say? What do you guys say about the 50-50?
It depends, like you said. It depends.
On what?
On how you see which stage of the relationship it's on.
Okay, let's put it like this. You hit me up and you're like, yo, can we please go out on a date? I want to get to know you better. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then we go out for maybe, you know, coffee or dinner. Should I pay 50% of the bill?
Why can't it be 50-50 or not?
Excuse me. You called me and you said, can we please go on a date? You called me. I didn't call you. I didn't ask you. You asked me out on a date.
But no, like, it's the both of us enjoying in it.
Yeah. But I mean, you're in it. Listen, I'm not against 50-50, right? My thing is, if you are the one that initiated the date, like, yo, let's go out for a date, I want to get to know you better, then you're going to pay everything. But if it's a matter of we're talking and we're like, oh yeah, you know, we've been talking on the phone, we haven't really met. I'm like, oh yeah, we should link up, you know, so we get to know each other better, you know, yeah. Then of course we go out, we can split the bill. But you are the one, like, out of nowhere, you're like, yo, I really want to get to know you. Can we please meet up for lunch? I'm just like, yeah, free lunch. Yeah. Cool. 50-50.
My point is like 90 or almost 90% of the time, it's always the guy initiating to go out on a date.
Then you gotta pay, guy.
90% of the time.
Yeah, you gotta pay. Until I initiate the date, I'm not paying. Listen, if we're in a relationship, okay, I will pay. But we're still getting to know each other and you're the one that initiated the date, I'm not paying. No, I'm not paying.
I think the other thing is it depends where you guys go to. You get me? Like, if I ask you to go out on a date, the whole purpose is to get to know each other. Yeah. Not for you to get fed. You get me? Yeah. If we go out on a date and then you start ordering things, and then when I'm looking at the bill, I'm like, why are we reaching 200 euros on our first date? Then we can do 50-50. But if I take you to Starbucks and then you order cappuccino, yeah, trust me, I'm going to pay that. Yeah. Yeah, because the whole point is to get to know me and you, not you getting fed. That's unfair. You get me?
But some conversations are had better when you're full and eating, you know? You get me? And you can't have a conversation without me. I talk better when I'm full. When I'm hungry-ish, I can't talk.
Yeah, but as a guy as well, yeah, when I ask you out on a date, I have to plan ahead as well. I have to tell you where we're going, like the restaurant. When you pick a restaurant, don't pick like an expensive restaurant. Don't pick Savoy. you know you can't afford that.
Yeah.
It's going to be expensive,
Yeah.
crazy expensive. So maybe pick something that is in your like price range as well.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Dutch is like splitting the bill. I personally don't like splitting the bill. I would
For the
rather
last-
if I know I'm taking you out on a date and I'm going to pay, I have to pay the full bill.
Yeah.
Or you, on the other hand, you pay the full bill. Not like it becomes awkward when you're like sitting on the table and the waiter now has to decide what did you get, or
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I
You have
feel
to
like-
plan ahead.
Every second you're making me fall in love with you more and more. You don't like paying bill. You don't like splitting the bill. That's a tick for me. Great. You don't cheat. That's a tick for me. You're single. I'm single. What you thinking about that? Okay. Damn guys. You wanna say something?
Yeah.
What you think?
I feel like if a guy insisted to go on a date with you, like your first day, yeah, he's supposed to pay.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who initiated the whole
Initiated
issue
the date.
about you going out. I wouldn't mind paying for like the second date or the third date, but why are we on our first date and you want me to pay? Like, how will I know how
Thank
to
you, girl.
survive?
Thank you. Exactly. Like, the thing is, I like what you're saying. We're not saying we're against paying, like splitting the bill 50-50. The thing is, the first time you initiate the date, you are saying, yo, I want to get to know you. Can we please go out on a date? Obviously, you gotta cover that fee. You are the one that initiated the date. And then, okay, second time, now we already know each other. It's just us chilling now because we already kind of know each other. So now we're just chilling outside for vibes. Then there, I could be like, okay, no, I got a tea. You know, I'll pay 50% of it and you pay 50%. Understandable. First time you call me, you want to hang out with me, you want me to pay the bill? I'm gonna go to the toilet and not come back. Gone. I'm not gonna come back. Swear to God. You wanna say something? Okay. Oh my God. Okay, this is very much disturbing. I am in a very abusive relationship with this guy. I love this guy so much, but the problem is this guy beats me so much. I want to leave, but I can't really leave because there's not so much guys around here. Everyone is taken. Yo, why would you want to stay in a relationship just because there's not so much guys that are taken? I'm not understanding. Please rewrite to us again. Like, I don't get it. Like, why would you want to stay in an abusive relationship just because your main reason of being in that abusive relationship is because people are taken? I mean, people are taken. There's not enough people. Girl, I don't even know how to address that. Like, I don't like girls who stick around in abusive relationships because I feel like, why are you staying in an abusive? If the relationship is not conducive anymore, you're being abused, leave. Why are you still staying? You're still staying because you're like, no, my baby, we've been through so much. Yay, even if you've been through 10 years finishes. Now 10 years, you're payla. Like, you can't tell me you're going to be in this relationship just because there's not enough guys out there. Girl, you're gonna get other guys. Like, no. I don't even know how to respond to that. Like, for me, it gives me something about you. It gives me a feeling that you don't even love yourself. Because why would you stay in a relationship where you're being abused just because that you feel like there's not enough guys around? What do you think? You're a girl. Do you think, if you were in a relationship and your partner was you're in a relationship. If your partner is very abusive, would you stay just because you're like, we've been together for 5 years. If I leave, where am I going to get another guy? Oh, we've been through so much. Would you stay?
No
would you
ways,
leave?
because I've never seen my dad raising his hand on my mom. So why would I stay with somebody who's gonna be beating me from morning to evening? Like, that doesn't even make sense. And how does she know that there is no other guys outside? Did she
Yeah,
go-
like, I mean, there's not enough guys. Like, that's cap, man. Like, I'm single, but I mean, I definitely know there's so many guys that I'm still going to meet. I'm probably gonna date one, break up, date another one, break up, date. Like, there's so many guys I'm gonna date. I'm probably gonna date 4 other guys. And you're telling me you're stuck in this relationship because there's not enough guys? What you mean there's not enough guys? Some people are being born as we speak right now. And get out of here. You just want to stay there. You want to be a punching bag, and it's fine. If you want to be a punching bag, stay there. But I would personally advise you to leave. The minute a guy raises their hand on you, slicer, leave. Because they're going to do it over and over again. And no guy that loves you would ever raise their hand on you. There's no excuse. I was angry. No, they will do it. That's who they really are.
Now, I think the problem here is a lot of people are afraid to start over.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's where the problem is. But you can't stay if someone is beating you up. Like, don't be afraid to start off. Who knows? Maybe somewhere, out there, someone is waiting for you. You get me? But then you're still stuck in that abusive relationship. As you said, no one loves you if they're gonna beat you up.
Yeah, no one loves you if they're gonna beat you up.
You can't abuse something that you love. This is not alcohol we're talking about. Like, you get me? So if your boy is beating you up, then even if let's not just say like guys beating up girls. Even I've seen girls beating up guys.
I have to.
So like if you're in that type of a relationship, just pack your bags and go.
Yeah, man, pack your bags and go.
Choose your safety first than love.
Like, why do you guys? Let me understand something first. What makes you get to the point of having to, as guys, of having to physically abuse your partner? Like, what makes you get to the point where you're just like, okay, I'm going to be a Hillary right now? Or what makes you get to that point?
I'm not really sure because, like, I've never gotten to that point of being so angry that I have to lash out and beat someone. Like, so I wouldn't know anything about that. But I've always feel like if anytime I have a problem with someone, I just feel like it's better to speak to them. Might not be in the moment, but then just give it time and then just try walk away from the situation. Sometimes the situation can be very, inclusive and
sometimes it ends up really bad. Like I was reading on the internet. I stumbled across on I think it's ZimbabweNews.com. Yeah, Zimbabwean. Yeah, I stumbled across one of these guys. We have an island, Hillary Kumalo. He's there as listed. So he's listed as the most notorious criminals locked up in the UK. And for me, that's crazy because, like, what makes you get to the decision of having to physically abuse your girl to the point that uzuboshwe, like, get arrested, you go to jail? What I fail to understand, like, what is it that gets you to the point of going, okay, now I'm throwing fits? What is it?
Sometimes I don't know. It might stem from a lot of things, like, being raised or
how you were raised.
Yeah, or the environment you grew up in. Like you see now even in the UK, you're getting people that are being stabbed in the streets, like just randomly being stabbed, and people are carrying knives in the streets. So you see, it's just this violence that's all over the world at the moment. But then, like, you won't know why these people are angry or, like, why are they doing these things, you see. So yeah, it's just so hard to judge something from the surface of, but then again, no one should ever lay a hand on a woman.
Yeah, and like
Definitely.
There's absolutely no excuse, like no excuse. And you know what's so shocking? Because like when I was going through this article, like I don't know this Hillary guy like that. Like I've heard about him, and I think I've probably seen him, but my memory of him is very vivid. But when I came across on Facebook, yes, I came across it on Facebook. I'm like, hey, bo, apparently it happened 3 years back. When I came across it, I'm like, hey, bo, Hillary Kumalo, I've heard this name. And I started reading and I went to the internet. I'm even seeing videos, like there's a whole video of this guy being arrested. And when you look at the video, it's like, he's not remorseful at all. Uguti, it happened. And then, because I was really intrigued by it, I decided to do my research on this guy. And I found out it's actually not the first time this guy was involved in this kind of thing. And I'm like, no ways. I'm going to use this platform to come out here and shame this guy, because why would you do that? Like, worse, you go to a foreign country and you start Imagine being known, like when you search this guy's name up on Google, that's the only thing that shows up. Notorious criminal, abuser. Being known like that, child, come on, Hillary, come on. And I need girls to stay away from people like Hillary. To stay away from people like Hillary. If I could, I'd show you guys a picture, just so when you see him, you just run away. You don't, if she says hi, you don't even entertain him, because you never know. He might beat you too. But when I started reading, I was so pissed off. I was really, really pissed off. I'm like, why would such, because I think he does soccer. When I read, he does soccer. Like, you potential of being very far in life with football, but you decide to just fuck it up with beating women up. And I don't care how you're raised, even if you're raised in a bad family or whatever, it doesn't justify you abusing women. It does not. Especially, it's not your first time. The first time, it could be like, you could come up and be like, okay, it was a mistake, I was mad. Second time, it's definitely not a mistake. It means it's a habit of yours. You've probably done it to a whole lot of other people that just didn't come out and speak, So I was just put off. And I need my people that watch this podcast and Irish people to know, people like that play far, far away. If ever a guy by that name asks you out, do not accept the offer yakhe yomjolo. Because if you do and he fucks you up, don't come out here to us and be like, oh my God, guys, justice for me. Because I'm telling you now that do not date this guy, do not go for this guy. Because maybe where is he? He's in jail. Was he? Wait. Did he get sentenced or something like that? Do you guys know him actually?
Yeah, we do, but it's like we know him from the media as well.
Oh, you know from the media as well?
Yeah, like he has the tendency of doing those kind of stuff. But here's the thing. I know he's fucked up in the head as well, and he does crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But if there's Hillarys out there, like other people like Hillary out there, seek help. We have therapy.
Yeah.
Right now
man.
we have a stigma where a man goes to therapy. He's like, nah, he's a weak man. No. Go to therapy. If you don't want people to know, we have online therapy as well. We have BetterHelp.
Yeah.
We always seeing ads on YouTube and stuff. BetterHelp. Seek some help. You don't have to go through it alone.
Yeah.
Because you end up hurting other people as well. So just seek some help, seek some therapy.
And how do you're from Zimbabwe, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel like seeing a fellow Zimbabwean trending on the news? Because guys, I'm not even lying. Like, please just go on Google and write the name.
It's embarrassing.
Literally from the top to the bottom. Cases of him. And it's worse, he's even labeled as Zimbabwean's notorious criminal. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that's
Is it gotten to that bad? How do you feel that, someone who lives here with you guys on Ireland is labeled like that and is a Zimbabwean,
Here's the thing, in society, when see the same the way you ask the question, how do you feel as a Zimbabwean when you see another Zimbabwean doing something crazy? It's like, it becomes a stereotype that Zimbabweans
are like that,
beat
yes.
women.
Yes.
But that's not true. It's just a few of the masses. So it's just like a separate incident. Don't say all Zimbabweans are going to be violent towards women. We value our women as Zimbabweans. So, yeah, man, we embarrassed when we see that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I was embarrassed as well.
I know, like, our parents are strict in Zim. Like, they're nurturing parents and they're strict as well. And to see someone come to an extent of being a notorious
criminal,
that's
who shows up on Google, like world record, like, please, no, it's crazy.
Yeah, like, it's not to be on a general note, but then that happens very often, but then we just don't hear about it. Like, it's everywhere.
Yeah, sure.
And it's people out there who can't even stand up and come out and say, and defend themselves.
Yeah,
some
sure.
people are just in difficult situations, and then it's hard to say, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Like, for some people, it's actually like running a marathon. It's so difficult. just to, just to come out and say, yo, I'm being abused or whatever. So it's just hard to, like, it's easy to judge from the outside. But when you're inside, there's just a lot of factors that go in. And then, you see, yeah, just know that for me personally, I would feel like, we all have a way of dealing with problems.
The problems,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I just feel like just to let everyone know they're not alone. We all have our traumas. We all have our difficulties. We all been through that, and just talking about them sometimes just helps. Just having some sort of outlet, just to say, this is what I'm going through. This is what I've been through. Somewhere you
Yeah.
can relate, like, friends, family, or even strangers. Just be as open as possible.
Possible.
Yeah, that's all I can say. But then it's difficult to,
To speak up.
to speak out. Yeah,
The victim or the abuser?
even both ways.
Both ways, okay.
Both ways. Like, you see, someone could be violent because of certain reasons that they don't want to let outside, or
Yeah.
they've been abused as well, so they just find it as normal. Like just what I'm like the whole knife scenario I was talking about. Like, you get people who are just buying knives at the end of it just to defend themselves as well. You see, I saw this other video on Instagram, like, the kid basically bought a knife just to defend themselves, just because they were being attacked as well. You see, you seeing your friends, just being in an environment that you just feel you're not safe anyway. But then,
Yeah, so now
Yeah.
you're quick to just throw
Exactly.
punch it. Okay.
yeah. But then violence is not
It's
the
not the
way
answer,
to go.
it's not the
Yeah,
answer.
it's not the answer. But then you see, sometimes it's easy to be on the outside and say, oh, you could have done this, you could have done that, but it might not be as easy, or people might not be listening as well. Like, the person might be saying these things to people, but then they just don't care, or
They don't care.
they're just not listening. Both ways, like, you see.
Yeah.
And then it's hard, I feel like it's hard when you share something and you say it to someone that you think is, that when you actually share it and think they would care, but then they say, oh, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
What are you saying? Yeah, you're supposed to be okay. But then you don't feel that way. That's actually demoralizing in itself. So, it could cause a lot of, insecurities and
Insecurities.
not sharing.
No, it
Yeah,
makes sense,
yeah.
but no, abuse is not a good thing, man. You're a girl, so would you stay with an abusive partner, or you'd walk away? Say, for instance, you've been together for 5 years. You stay with this guy. This guy is financially supporting you. This guy is the only guy you've known for the entire 5 years. You spent 5 years with this person. Basically, you know this guy like the back of your hand. And one time, for the first time ever, he beats you up. Are you going to pack and leave, or are you going to be like, ah, man, it's just his first time. He was probably mad. Let me just chill. What are you going to do?
No, God forbid I walk away, because you
Walk
never
away.
know, that first time might be your last time, and maybe that your last time might be your first time as well. Like, you can't predict that. Just because he hit you once
Yeah.
doesn't mean that he won't do it again. Like, that doesn't mean anything. And also, sometimes I feel like it stems from, like, our community, like, as a black community. We're full of judging each other. If somebody comes to with, like, an issue, we more look of it as, like, passing judgment, instead of, like, hearing and listening what they're trying to tell us, instead of, like, oh, maybe, like, shaming them, like, oh, maybe you did something that makes the other person to react that certain way. But I feel like it's more like, if we could, like, believe people when they say, oh, this, that, the same thing as the Didi and the Casey situation.
Yeah.
I'm sure she has, like, spoken up to, like, some people, like, those who were close to her and all of that, but then they didn't believe her because he has so much influence.
Yeah.
And also she was
Yeah.
afraid that, oh, if she end up speaking and all of that, he might done something, like, he could have killed her, but, like, people didn't believe in her because they thought, oh, she's just like, she was just in for the lifestyle. She was getting money and all of
Yeah.
that. Why didn't she speak up? But all those things have been happening to multiple women. But people don't really like consider women sometimes in our community. Like if somebody says, "Oh, I got assaulted," or something like this happened to me, they'll be like, "Oh, you did something. That means that's why that person did that to you." Like I also like had like a close friend that like one of the children in the house were actually like molested by like someone in the house, but then they wanted to keep it like as a family because they were afraid to like
To let it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very common in my country, in the rural areas. We call it dibitendlu, like when the dad, or say for instance, the dad is going to molest the kid, and then they're going to be like, no, we keep it inside the house, dibitendlu, which means it's the dirt of the how do you say it? Of the house? Of the,
Yeah, like they're afraid,
it's like
like
that. It
the-
doesn't
the-
have.
the
It's
thing
not supposed to
that-
come
yeah.
out, and the reason is because sometimes like, oh, okay, the dad is financially supporting the family.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
if somebody holds so much power in the family, like
Yeah,
oh,
it's like
if
they
we're
can't
gonna
let
go
it
out and
out.
smoke, like now people will start looking at us in a certain way, like oh, like or they act like they're perfect and this and that. While this they're like happening inside their house, so they kind of like try to protect their image, but there is something bigger.
Yeah, because once you allow it once, trust me, it's gonna keep on going on. It's gonna keep on going on. It's literally gonna keep on going on. So for me, I feel like, man, like personally, I would not stay. Like one reason I would not stay is because I think I would also end up killing the person. Like I'm the kind of person is, if you would put a hand on me, trust me, I'm gonna fight back. Like tiny as I am, I'm going to fight back. And I think we'd find ourselves in a situation where now, with me, it's either one of us dies, and I'm gonna fight for Guti. I survive, so it's either I'm gonna kill you or you're gonna kill me. That's how it's going to be. And I would not want you to kill me, so I'm obviously gonna kill you. So I can't really be in an abusive relationship because I'd go to jail for murder. So I think that's one major thing that has me like literally out of a relationship. Okay, guys, we need to start wrapping it up. But before we wrap it up, regards to what I just said with the abuse and everything, yeah, men who are abusive, I suggest that they seek help. It's very wise that they seek help, because also I don't believe that any person could just be abusive for absolutely no reason. There's definitely something that stems from it. So he decided to just start being abusive. There's probably something that stems from it, and I hope, it's been 3 years now, so I hope he's gotten some help. If not, he needs to get help, because next time he might not be lucky. Next time the person might die, jail, So yeah, guys. So I have this biltong, but it's called, okay, I'm not really sure what it's called. Lip snack, I think. I'm saying lip snack, but wait, let me read out for you. So I'm gonna read it out as the owner sent, right? And then I'll tell you, because I tasted it already. I had it already, and I really enjoyed it. I can't lie, it's really nice, and it's got that, it tastes like biltong, and it's got that chili flavor. I love it. I love it. I think I'm gonna take this one as well, because I finished one pack. This is gonna be mine also. Okay. This one is the classic chili flavor. It's €5 for 100 gram per packet. How many grams is this? Okay, so it is €5 for 100 grams per packet. It's the ultimate power snack for any time at any moment. If you want to place an order, just DM BPSNAC. So I suppose it's read as BP snack. So it's BPSNAC. I repeat, BPSNAC. DM them on Instagram or grab a packet in the city center at Malindi's if you are in Dublin City Center. If you know where Malindi's, it's right by Henry Street. Yeah, you get it there. You can get it there. Or if you're in Waterford, you can get it at Nduna Lounge. People must say Waterford. I'm sure you guys know where Nduna Lounge is. Or you could also get it at Lola J's if you're near Coal Mine in Blanchardstown. Okay? So you can get it at Malindi's in Dublin City Center, or you could get it at Duna Lounge at Waterford, or you could get it at Lola's J if you are in Blanchardstown. Or you could simply DM BPSNAC. Okay, you could simply DM BPSNAC. It's really nice, man. I can't lie. It's really, really nice. This is it. This is it, and it's I mean, I don't know much of biltong here in Ireland, you know, but I really enjoyed this one. I finished the first packet before we were shooting, and I'm taking this one with me home. So yeah, guys, and it's by one of our very own in the Black community. So go out and support, guys. Go out and support. It's yeah, you see it. I'll repeat again where you'll find it. You can get it at Malindi's in Dublin. Waterford, you could get it at Nduna's Lounge. And then you could also get it at J Lola's if you're around Blanchardstown. Or you could simply DM you can simply DM BPSNAC on Instagram. Please do the right thing and support.
And they also do next day delivery as well.
Yes. So if you want it now, tomorrow you can get it. You know, that's how convenient they are, man. That's how convenient they are. And it's really, look wele. Packet olonke, guys. This is it's really good. It's really good. How much is this entire pack? €5. Mm-hmm. €5 for this, guys. Like, wow. Very affordable. Can't lie. Very, very affordable. So yeah, guys, we've come to the end of our second episode. And yeah, I had so much fun. Today we spent the day just reading your messages. You see how lovely it is when you write to us. So keep on writing to us, guys. Write to us. That way we can help you out. Already now, there are people who know that they need to come out of the closet. There are people who know to stay away from people who are abusive. You know that first date you don't pay. You know, so yeah, I mean, let's keep on writing, man. I really love it. I really enjoyed it. And again, I apologize for my co-host. Next week is gonna be here. I promise. Next is gonna be here. It was just, you know, he had some things to do. But yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for tuning in. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And we saw you on the first episode. Keep on showing us love again, even on this episode. Big shout out to my production team. Everything is being taken care of by Culture Blends. We love and appreciate you guys. Big shout out. And big shout out to everybody who was behind the mic today. My ghost lady and my ghost gentlemen's. And guys, I had so much fun. Thank you so much. See you on the next episode. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Sweaty Dlamini, the phone doctor. I'm out. Thank you.